This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. The Bahamas to partner with the state of Qatar in the launch of the country's first ever aeronautical academy. This much according to Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper. On Wednesday during the House of Assembly proceedings, the Deputy Prime Minister spoke on his recent visit to Qatar and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He noted that the visit was for officials to engage in matters of mutual interest, which include tourism and aviation.
Qatar Airways, one of the most successful and profitable airlines in the world, has offered at their expense technical assistance and consultation to Bahamas Air to assess economic benefit, to assess profitability and viability for the future, and to offer recommendations for improving their business model.
The technical cooperation includes Qatar's Ministry of Transport and the Qatar Aeronautical Academy, offering technical training to support air traffic training, civil aviation, engineering, and flight operations. The minister also noting that amongst agreements made, a marketing partnership is also underway.
They will consider the viability of a hub and spoke system, and we're talking a long time about Exuma being a hub. We're going to ask them to look at the work of the Aviation Task Force for the creation of Exuma as an aviation hub by 2023.
Mr. Cooper says the vision currently is in place to ultimately establish the Bahamas as a hub for passengers and cargo for Latin America and the Caribbean markets onward to the United States, strategically harnessing our pre-clearance. He notes that an invitation has been extended to Qatar's delegation to visit the Bahamas.
Qatar Tourism Board has agreed to enter into a marketing and promotional partnership with the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, working with their destination management companies to ensure that we offer tours and packages suitable for their travelers to this region. Bahamas Air and Qatar Airways plan on entering an interline agreement to be able to book straight through from Doha to Nordi Lutra, for example, without touching your check bag once. It should be noted that Qatar is a member of the One World Alliance, Qatar Airways, and offer great connections via American Airlines and British Airways that can easily be worked into bringing more visitors to the Bahamas.
President of the Bahamas Christian Council, the BCC, Bishop Delton Fernandez says pastors are looking forward to having a robust conversation with government heads as it relates to marital rape and its laws. Bishop Fernandez telling reporters as much after Social Services and Urban Development Minister Obi Wilchcombe told parliamentarians during his contribution to the budget debate that he will meet with church leaders to discuss the way forward on the issue of marital rape. While no date has been finalized for the proposed meeting, Bishop Fernandez notes that the BCC intends to have legal representation during the discussions with the aim of finding a legal way of addressing the matter, adding that the BCC is seeking clarity as to why the clause of marriage is being questioned.
A clarity of why, and we've been understanding that some of the legal minds are saying that this can be attacked in a different clause. Why are we going to specifically deal with the clause that deal with marriage when we could deal with this in a different clause, if that is the case? And we want to wrestle with that. We want them to make it plain, have an understanding when we walk away. Is this the only way that this can be dealt with?
According to the BCC president, marital rape frequently occurs during the period between legal separation and divorce. And with the sanctity of marriage being most important, Bishop Fernandez notes that although the church is divided on the issue of marital rape, the BCC will not stand for abuse and rape.
Our position is divided, as I've been saying. The sanctity of marriage, most important to the church. However, we don't stand for abuse, rape, any kind of harm that is happening. We want to solve the problem, but we don't want to touch the sanctity of marriage, if that is fair.
Bishop Fernandez, adding his personal views on the matter, says it should not happen.
Married, under the Christian principles of marriage, you have been given one to another. And we see our mates, our spouses, as a part and extension of ourselves. So there should never be a time when you want to harm yourself, much less do raping your loved one. We have been understanding that statistics show that most of this is happening in the gap between legal separation and heading towards divorce. If that is the case, let's make stronger laws that during that period we can tighten that, and the church will stand with it.
And finally, graduates of the class of 2022 of the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute, BTVI, were honored for their accomplishments during the spring commencement exercise. They accepted certificates, diplomas, and degrees during the Institute's graduation ceremony Thursday at Bahamas Faith Ministries International. Zane Lightbourne, Minister of State in the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, headed the list of dignitaries along with the school's board of directors, industry partners, and family members. The theme for the event was Position for the Now, Prepare for the Future. Dr. Linda Davis, interim president at BTVI, applauded and celebrated the graduates for staying the course. Commencement speaker Dr. Nicola Virgil Roll, executive director in the Life Wiki Foundation, told the graduates that their choice to study at BTVI was a risk well taken and that they are demonstrating extraordinary resilience in the face of extraordinary circumstances. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jarino Saunders. Thanks for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.